But let's go ahead and jump on over to the West and talk about LAFC's final game against Portland. And I'll send that over to you, JR, to break that down and tell us what you're thinking, who you're watching.
Could be very interesting because Portland's already through, and we're basically already through, right? Like there would have to be a lot to happen. It's like a 0.2% chance or whatever that we don't advance. So I think it all comes down to who we decide to start, who Portland decides to start. If we start Bradley Wright Phillips, if we start our 11 who have been playing in this tournament, I think we're trying to win. I think we're trying to get the first one and then maybe park it. What we did at the end of that last game against Carson, all of a sudden Latif and Mohamed El Munir are both playing wingbacks, and we've got 5 defenders kind of dropping back, something that Bob really doesn't do all that often. We might see that a little bit. What I'm hoping for in this last match, I think it'll be first team that scores will sit back, whether that's us or Portland. And then I think that second team is going to just go to get an equalizer, do whatever they can. And then if they're able to get it to 1-1, you see both teams take their foot off the gas and say, okay, we've both given our best punches for a little bit. We're going to tone it down and not have anybody get hurt for the knockout round. Because at most, you could have 4 more games to play. And Orlando's awful right now. It's 80 degrees with 85% humidity, and no one wants to be doing that, especially Dejan Jakovic, Jordan Harvey, Bradley Wright Phillips. Like a lot of our guys are 35 plus, right? So I'm looking at a 1-1 tie. I know it's terrible to predict. I hate sports that end in ties. I'm with you. But I'm looking at a 1-1 tie. If we go up, my other thing that I'm predicting, and I hope this, I know you guys might have seen this right before the tournament started, we signed 3 16-year-old kids, our first ever homegrown signings, Eric Duenas, Tony Leone, and Christian Torres. One of those, Christian Torres, flew with us to the COVID Cup, so he is there in the bubble. I want to see this kid get his first minutes in Major League Soccer, 16 years old, our first product from our academy to come up and get significant minutes. It'd be really cool. He actually scored in preseason for us this year, which was kind of neat. So I'm hoping Christian Torres gets some run, and I'm hoping we see a little bit more of Bryce Duke. I think that kid's a lot of fun, but I'm predicting 1-1, and Portland will try to injure us in the first half, and when they're unsuccessful, we'll be able to get our subs in and water breaks and oranges for everybody.
We have, by the way, a 3-3 tie, a 2-2 tie, and a 3-1 LAFC win predicted.
Okay.
Score update, by the way. We've got 1-1 in Philadelphia, Orlando that's going on right now.
Everything just went crazy in that game.
Yeah, Mauricio Pereira and Ilsinho within the span of like 2 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. So just an eye on that game. Right now, I believe Orlando's still topping the group.
How?
Orlando and San Jose on top of the group. This is awful.
Because Orlando's used to playing in the soup that they're playing in right now.
And this is what we said, I think, last episode, was that what Orlando is doing right now is what Russia did in 2018. Nobody gave them a shot. Nobody thought they were going to do anything. They ran through their group stage, got, I think, to the round of 16 or the Elite 8, the last 8 in that tournament. Orlando can make a very similar run simply for the fact that they've got home field advantage, and it's disgusting. I hate it.
Wasn't it Korea in 2014, right? That they did the same thing. I mean, they're used to playing in front of this many fans. They're used to playing in front of this weather and this awful climate that they're playing in. This is perfect for Orlando. And look, I also think they've figured things out a little bit, right? And now you've had 2 or 3 breaks go their way. You've had a ball find the back of the net that shouldn't. I would love for Orlando to figure out a way to somehow make it past the knockout stage once or twice and really bother some people.
Yeah, I think you and about 8 other people are in that same camp, so I hope you guys will have a good time.